Hey guys, what is up? NYK31 here, Madden 20, salary cap ranked game. You can see here this is only my sixth game of salary cap, and I'm only 3-2. These games are hard, man. They're no joke. It's tough out in these streets, but I'm gonna try the best I can. Try to get as high up as I can on the leaderboard and see what happens. I registered for Jacksonville Jaguars Club, and we'll see how I place in the Jags leaderboards and go from there. But the competition is tough, so you gotta bring it. But it's a good challenge. It's a good challenge that I welcome. But anyhow, what I'm gonna do in this video is something a little bit different. I'll show you the normal game, but I'm gonna show every snap on defense and just kind of like walk you through how I think when I'm calling my too high base match stuff and what adjustments I have to make in order to compensate how I'm being attacked when it's not working. Because someone asked me or sent me a DM a couple days ago asking me how I defend split close or having trouble with it. But I have a hard time answering questions like that because I can't see what's being done to you. I can only relate on how I'm thinking and then go from there. And in this game, my opponent actually does play a fair amount of split close, so that'll be a good thing to show. And I'm going to be turning out on defense here, and of course on salary cap, since I can't beat the ball out the end zone because the kicker doesn't have the kick power, and you don't have a lot of speed on the field as well to cover kicks against the goons on offense. We're going to kick the ball right to the fullback, and we're not going to care. So we're starting out on defense. I always do option conservative. It's the only change I make, just in case I run into a guy like myself who will run zone read. And just kind of setting up my audible, seeing what he's coming out. And I see what looks like base personnel here. So I'm going to be in 4-3 over, but he's going to be in split close. So he's got Bo Jackson out there, and I call timeout. So he's either going to be running power or base when he runs the ball, maybe a zone split, and he's going to try to wheel Bo out of the backfield and run crossers. So here I am. I'm going to start out in quarters here, going to contain in case he tries to scramble. Let's just see what we got. We got the initial read covered pretty well. The second cross was, he had some leverage issues there with him, and he kind of forced the ball over the middle, so we got that taken care of. So we know we got to watch out for those crossers as far as the back coming out of the backfield and the receiver coming across as well, but still kind of protect ourselves against the post. So I'm just setting up my audibles here. Going to be in cover 9, so we're going to have quarter still on the weak side, cover 2 on the strong, get an extra hook zone out there, and we're going to give up a completion and a catch and run. So not looking good so far the first couple of plays, so I got to figure this out. I'm going to press up here. I'm not really concerned about getting beat over the top on a streak against this formation. Try to obstruct some releases and make them think, and we get what we want. That time I had a lot tighter coverage underneath, and the deeper routes were matched, and we got the sack there. I have Freeney and DeMarcus Lawrence, full Freeney and the 87 Lawrence, so they got to get it done for me. And that time he throws the ball into traffic. That should have been an INT. So now I got him out of the split close, and he's going to go into 11 personnel. So I'm going to go with Palms here. He's in trips tight ends. We got to watch out for wheels. I feel pretty good about my matchups. He's going to run crossers there, and Palms has that locked up. Everyone is matched there vertical, and he has nowhere to go. So the thing you got to watch out, though, is you got to watch out for wheels. Wheels can be deadly with the quarter flats or against the quarter flats, but you'll get to that when it comes up a little bit later on. So offensively, I'm in the spread playbook, and we're going to pound Jim Brown in there. Again, just going to read the box. He's going to be playing a lot of two-man under, just relying on his corners to mug my receivers. So I got to be able to run it, and I got to have man beaters. We're going to throw the ball here, and we're going to run a little deep comeback. One of your best friends against two-man under spammers. Got an RPO look here. I'm just going to read the corner. We're going to give, and I really wish I had a faster back than this, or he probably would have scored. But, you know, you have what you have. Touch pass to Corbett. Make fun of Wayne Corbett all you want. But he fights for me. Wayne's just a football player. He's got no sleeves. He's got no gloves, no tape. He's out there with just bare hands, and he's just playing football. Try to pop a little outside zone. The drive's going to bog down. I'm going to have to settle for 3. So back on defense I go. See what he comes out in here. He's going to be coming out in 11 personnel now again. Going to start out in palms. He's going to be in spread 2x2. Going to shift over the defensive line a little bit. Going to run some play action. And we covered the wheel to the left. The wheel to the right got wide open. He missed it. He goes for the post instead. He had 2 open guys there. That's just a case of just a matchup. You know, that Torrey Holt is pretty darn good. And Houston just wasn't quite there. But you saw the other wheeler get open, which he missed, thankfully. I'm in nickel personnel, so I have a not too highly capped linebacker playing one of those quarter flat spots. That's going to hurt. And now he's going to try to get Bo Jackson into space here. Minimal gain. Just got to try to hold the door. Here's where I'll mix in some cover 2 and cover 6 invert. But, you know, he's in no huddle mode, so I'm just going to try to get my safeties and run fits there and rely on myself and my defensive line to do a decent job, and they do on that one. So again, no huddle, 2-minute warning. He's not really coming out in much power sets here, so it's going to be either split close or, you know, this what he's running, 11 personnel stuff. Here I'm going to be in man mode with a spy, and I'm going to be using the single high safety, and I anticipate him wanting to run crossers or Bo out of the backfield, but he runs the ball there, and again, they do a decent job up front. So same thing here, but I just guess the wrong way as far as the direction Bo is going. He goes out instead of in, and he just smokes his man defender and touchdowns. So, you know, that's okay. Just got to answer. I know now I have to look out for those wheels when he goes 2x2. So I'm going to try to get some points here on this drive here, but be quick, but don't hurry. Start out with a run. Now we'll try to look for something outside, and that's just a route running coverage matchup thing. Unable to convert, so I have to punt the ball. Couldn't afford to go for it there in that type of situation. So he gets the ball back, and here comes Bo. At least we got him pinned back. So I was able to be soft against the run there. And here I'm going to be in Tampa 2 mode. I'm going to be in cover 2 soft squats. When I play cover 2, this is the one that I prefer to play, as I explained when I was doing my cover 2 breakdown. He's just running the ball here, and I'm okay just kind of exchanging yardage for time. Just don't want to get busted up the sideline on a wheel route, so I kind of got to play more cover 2 sync in order to protect against that. So anyway, he's going to huddle here after he calls timeout. And I think I'm in cover 3 buzz. Yeah. And my seam flat works out, but he misses it. My nickel corner looked a little bit scary on the wheel route on the other side too, but he recovered, but the other defender didn't, but he just missed it. So I get fortunate there. So he had a couple of opportunities that he just didn't quite, you know, capitalize on. Gonna play hard flats quarters here. The hard flats will not interfere with the match of the corners and safeties. The underneath coverage adjustment only impacts the quarter flats. I want to do that in the event of any late thrown shallow cross in that down and distance situation. So we're hanging in there at least. Got away with a couple of misreads by him. And again, just late in the half, just trying to get something. Had an opportunity there, but had to throw in a run, not quite accurate enough. Again, just trying to dial up man beaters, to the left and to the right. And that was bad. That was not good. Thought I could get a pass lead there with some space, but, you know, just didn't work. Again, Jim Brown, I have space, but he does not have the breakaway speed. I'm getting running lanes, but he just cannot pop out of there and break the big one. I'm going to have Corbett here on a curl. The end route was covered. And I kind of at this point found out who his weak defender is. You got to have a tank player somewhere, and the corner on the right out of that dollar is the guy. or when he goes nickel. That's the weak defender. RPO thought that would do much better. Good click on here by him. So 3rd and long, we got to convert. Winker Bet on the in cut. Winker Bet fighting hard. Getting it done. Gonna try another RPO here. And that's basically an extended handoff. I could have given the ball and probably gotten just as many yards. And here I know it's a 2-man under. I know that defender is bad. So I'm going to throw it up there and catch it over him. I don't feel a damn bit ashamed about it. He clicked on to the safety in the deep half, but he was too far away, and he played ball from too far away, and that's what happened. So, anyhow, next play, we punch it in, so we're up 10-7, and we got a hold. Got a hold. We're going to go cover 3, buzz press. We're going to back off one of the corners, and we're going to put both of them in outside quarters. I want to defend the middle of the field and still have some better positioning on the sideline. We're going to back off both corners, actually. And boom, nowhere to go. He's going to go no huddle, of course. And what am I going to be in here again? I think I'm going to be the same thing. Yep, same thing, but I'm going to drop one of the defensive tackles into the low hole. Or I tried to, but it reset, and that should not have been completed. Threw it right to the post safety. You see Ken Houston, instead of just driving through the receiver, he just puts his hand in the air and allows him to catch it. I mean, that's just bad. Can't have that. Palms with hard flats. He's going to try to run. Shoot the gap with my user. No huddle. Gonna go back into 3 buzz. Well, I was. Timeout. What am I gonna be in here? I'm gonna be in cover 2, show 4. So you see the corners are aligned at quarters coverage depth. Looks like quarters pre-snap. He's gonna try to run the ball again. So now he's gonna try to pound ball. He get himself into field goal range. I'll still give ground here. Gonna pinch to the defensive line. Gonna move myself in a few steps. Probably gonna run it again. He goes play action. Tries to go for the wheels again, but I'm in cover 2, show 4. Nothing is there. And that's gonna be incomplete. And I also have ball hawk off in this game. But anyhow, yeah, this is how I roll, guys. I play 2 deep most of the time, but from very, very similar looks. I can play a 2 deep shell and play quarters. I can play palms, cover 6, cover 9, cover 2, cover 3, man under, and man single high from the same look. And all without base aligning. You see, everything looks very similar pre-snap. And I'm not doing 5,000 crazy adjustments, just a couple of tweaks here and there. Just lining up and playing football. I play it safe there, do a little touch pass, he gets the ball back. He's got a ways to go at least, but I feel like I have a pretty good handle on him right now. What he's calling and what he's having trouble reading. He's having trouble with the cover 2, show 4, cover 2 sync, and the cover 3 buzz stuff. So I'm going to keep going to it. I'm going to call that here, cover 2 sync. I'm going to put the defensive tackle there in the mid hole in a hook curl zone. DeMarcus Lawrence gets in. Going to back him off. Same call, but 4-man rush. And boom. My defensive tackle gets in along with DeMarcus Lawrence. Okay. Go on with your bad self. And this is where I need to find a blitz. I got to create a blitz that complements my base stuff. I don't really have one. And this is a down and distance where you gotta have it. So anyway, I'm going to be in cover 2 sync again. Going to back off the corners. 4-man rush. The wheelers aren't there. The post isn't there. And I just missed that. Just missed that. But TikTok goes a clock for him. I want to call timeout here because I get disoriented. Don't want to blow this. So we're going to regroup. And just kind of get our bearings straight and make sure we have what we want called. Gonna see what he comes out in formation-wise. Cover 2 sync. We're in old school Tampa 2 mode here. Back off. Mid zone to backer. Looking weak side to the crosser coming across from the strong side of the formation. And he has to throw the ball away. He could have gone to the back, but he decided to throw the ball away. I guess he felt the clock ticking. And here I'm going to go cover 3, buzz press, back him up, shade outside quarter. Just want to protect the middle of the field and the sideline as much as I can. And Kenny Houston drops down. He was in the curl flap. He drops down and he picks that bad boy off. So he redeemed himself somewhat. He gets the game clinching INT, and we will kneel this sucker out. So that is that. That is every snap, every defensive snap of a online head-to-head game. Kind of give you an idea of what goes through my head when I'm facing stuff online, because I'm not a meta guy. I mean, I'm going to go out on a limb and say not too many people play defense like this in online ranked head-to-head games. But, that's how I do it. I just need to work on a blitz. You guys are good at that kind of stuff. Help me out, man. I'd preferably like to blitz out of a 4-man defensive line if I can. But if not, I'll jump the dollar if I must. But yeah, that needs to be worked on. So yeah, that's what I do. I don't try to... The biggest thing about Madden is don't overthink the game. This is a base play game because the game doesn't really give you a whole heck of a lot of the window dressing you would find in a real life game. You don't have the constraints both on offense and defense, such as being able to bracket people and plays with route tags, the core concept. You kind of got to create that on your own. And you do have some ability to do that with hot routes and pre-snap adjustments. But really, I just line up, pay attention to tendencies, and play football. Don't overcomplicate the game. But you also have to know how to use the tools that the game gives you to counter what's being done to you if your base stuff and your base adjustments aren't working. That's what separates getting the W from being frustrated. So anyway, we're 4-2, and we're going to jump up to 500 and something. I mean, not great by any stretch, but we're moving in the right direction. We got a number next to our name at least, and we'll just see how well we can do. There you see little old me, and you got all the goons there in the top 100. So that is that. Hope you guys enjoy. I mean, I'm not going to be up there with, Clef and guys like that. If I can finish between 100 and 200, I'll be, thrilled. I mean, you got some really, really good players here. Clef, you got Niner. I'm not going to be able to hang and get up there with those guys like that. But I'll try to play the best I can and win as many games as I can. Hope you guys enjoy. I will talk to y'all later. Peace.